Hi, here we have if a rhombus has area of 12 square centimeters and side length of 5, then the length of its longer diagonal is what? So let's draw a rhombus. Let's say this is a rhombus and these are the diagonals, right? We know in a rhombus the diagonals bisect each other. So if length of the side is 5 and diagonals bisect each other, so let's say length of this part is x, so length of this part will also be x, and if the length of this diagonal, half of this diagonal is y, this will also be y. The diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. Okay, so let me name all these vertices. We have A, B, C, D. So the diagonals are AC and BD. Now let's focus on this triangle A, and let's say this point is O. So let's focus on triangle AOB. Now AOB is a right angle triangle. Okay. Now since AOB is a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem here. So we'll have AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square. AB we know is 5, so 5 square is 25, which is AO, which is x square, plus BO square, which is y square. So this is the first thing that we have. 25 is x square plus y square. Now next is area of the rhombus is 12. Now we know area of a rhombus is half of the product of two diagonals D1 and D2, which is given to us as 12. So we have half of diagonal 1 is x plus x 2x into diagonal 2, which is y plus y 2y, which is equal to 12. So this effectively gives us that 2 gets cancelled out, 2y into x, which is 2 into xy is equal to 12. This is second equation. Now the first thing that comes to our mind is, let's substitute x equals to 12 goes by 2 6 times. So x will be 6 upon y. So let's substitute 6 upon y over here instead of x. But that what will happen is, then you will get a biquadratic in y, and it will become very difficult to solve that biquadratic, right? A better way to solve this question would be to use the identity a plus b whole square identity, right? So we have x square plus y square and we have 2xy. So let's add equation 1 and 2. So if you add both these equations, the left hand side becomes x square plus y square plus 2xy, which is equal to 25 plus 12, 37. So if you look at the left hand side here, this is x square plus y square plus 2xy, which is effectively x plus y whole square, which is 37. So this effectively gives us that x plus y should be equal to root of 37. We'll only take positive root because x and y have to be positive numbers. They are sides of they are the diagonal, they are lengths, right? So the x plus y will be root of 37. This is the first thing that we have. Now how do we go about solving x and y? Well, one thing that you can do is, instead of x, you can substitute 6 upon y over here. So you'll get a quadratic, but then you'll have irrational coefficients in the quadratic, so that will again be a problem. Now the next thing that you can do is, instead of adding 1 and 2, let's subtract them. 1 minus 2. So what do we get if we have 1 minus 2? So we have x square plus y square minus 2xy. This will be equal to 25 minus 12. 25 minus 12 is 30. So now x square plus y square minus 2xy is effectively x minus y whole square, which is 13. So this gives us x minus y is equal to root 13. Very important. So now you have two equations, x plus y is root 37 and x minus y is root of 13. So how do we solve this now? Very simple. Let's add both of these. So now if you add both of these, the left hand side will be x minus y plus x plus y, which is 2x, which is going to be root of 37 plus root of 13, right? And 2x is nothing but the diagonal AC. So the length of AC is root of 37 plus root of 13 here. Now how do we get y? Simple. Let's subtract these two equations. Let's subtract this from this equation. So x plus y minus x minus y, that will give us 2y that will be equal to root 37 minus root 13. Root 37 minus root 13. And what is 2y? 2y is the diagonal BD. So these are the lengths of the two diagonals, root 37 plus root 13 and root 37 minus root 13. Okay. Now we have to figure out the length of the longer diagonal. Now obviously of these two, this is the longer diagonal. So the length of the longer diagonal is root 37 plus root 13, which is option B. So option B is the answer here.